When companies announce a merger or acquisition, most of them think the big risk comes months later during integration. But they're wrong. The value gap doesn't open months into a deal. It opens on announcement day. And if you get announcement day wrong, you can lose your top talent, your credibility, and your momentum before you even get started. Today, I want to show you how fast the value gap can open and tell you a real story from my own experience that proves just how high the stakes really are. Hi, I'm Klint Kendrick, and I've spent my career helping companies close the value gap during M&A. And today, I'm going to show you just how fast the value gap can open if you mishandle your announcement day. Years ago, I was leading an M&A deal where we were acquiring a biotech company. We thought we'd planned everything carefully. The employee announcement meeting was scheduled for about an hour after the press release went live. We felt confident. We thought we were in control of the narrative. But by the time we pulled the sellers team into the conference room, 3 of their key employees had already been contacted by headhunters. Three. Not because they were unhappy, not because they hated the deal, but because they were scared. And recruiters know that fear creates opportunity. My friend Mark Prine says it best. If headhunters are sharks, announcement day is blood in the water. And it's true. The moment uncertainty hits, headhunters and competitors move fast, faster than most acquirers are ready for. They're not going to wait for your integration plan. They're not going to even wait for your employee announcement meeting. They strike the moment they smell fear. And if you don't control the emotional fallout from announcement day, you can lose your best people before you even realize what's happening. That's how fast the value gap widens when announcement day goes wrong. And it's not just in biotech. Across industries, tech, healthcare, financial services, you name it. The moment merger news breaks, the game changes. Top performers start answering calls. Mid-level managers start polishing their resumes. Customers start asking hard questions. And your competitors start to circle, all because of one thing, the emotional fallout of poorly handled communication. If you don't control the narrative on announcement day, someone else will. And once you lose control, the value gap starts widening fast. So let's talk about the 3 most common announcement day disasters. Number 3 is overwhelming employees with information. Look, when people are scared, they can't absorb complexity. If you hit them with 20 slides full of synergies, strategies, and financial projections, you're not reassuring them, you're overwhelming them. And overwhelmed people don't trust. And without trust, you can't close the value gap. Number 2 is treating announcement day like a formality. It's not just another item on your checklist. For employees, it's an emotional earthquake. If you show up cold, scripted, or distant, these employees aren't going to feel reassured. They're going to feel abandoned. And fear moves in fast when leadership feels absent. Number 1 on this list is the fastest way to destroy trust. Number 1 is saying nothing's going to change. Because even if people's jobs don't change today, the world around them already has. So when you say nothing's changing, what employees hear is, I can't trust what you're telling me. And the value gap yawns wider with every minute of lost credibility. So please, never, ever, ever say nothing's going to change. It already has. Their company's faced with a new owner and employees know what that means. So don't ever say nothing's going to change. Here's the good news. You can own announcement day. You can be the leader who keeps employees grounded. You can be the one who builds trust instead of letting fear win. And you can close the value gap before it even opens. But that doesn't happen by accident. It happens through intentional preparation, clear communication, and leading with empathy from the very first moment. So in next week's episode, we're going to talk about how you do that. How do you run announcement day the right way? We'll talk about some of the key moves you need to make so that you can build trust, keep your top people, and set your integration up for success. Because when you get announcement day right, you don't just slow the value gap, you start closing it immediately. So stick with me and let's close that value gap together. And if you're ready to dive deeper into how you can lead successful mergers and acquisitions, head over to masteryourmerger.com. There you'll find more resources, insights, and tools designed to help you and your team close the value gap faster and more efficiently. See you next time.